Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I'm supposed to start at 2:15. This is Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven, on YouTube and Facebook. Live draw for November 22nd, 2020. We were supposed to be at 2:15. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty. My alarm clock didn't go off when it was supposed to, and I did not get up in time to put the show on at the regular scheduled time. I tried to put it on, but Facebook wouldn't let me. Told me I had to reschedule it. So thank you, Facebook, for screwing me up that way. So here we are. And I have to do a few minor adjustments before we can get started. So before we do that, hope everybody's having a better weekend than I am right now. Let me get the links sent to everybody that needs to be sent to. And once I get that done, we can start, hopefully, here a little bit. That's enough. I have to answer a quick response here. Okay. Now we're here. And here we are with the artwork. I did a little minor addition. I added a little rubber balloon there. It says kiss kiss from the other day. And yeah, so yeah, it's cool. And one of my friends is watching, Michael Lokitz. Hope you're feeling well. I know you don't spend a lot of time on the internet, Mike. Let's see what's going on. Ah, there it is. Okay, let's get to work here. A couple of people asking me stuff. It's 10, okay. Just making sure I know who's answering what. Now, you notice that I have a little bit of a piece of paper underneath the cover. That is because I don't want to get the ink on the comic book inside. There's another comic cover inside there. And I'll show it more when I'm done with it for Michael, since he's probably not familiar with this stuff. Mike's a friend of mine from college. I don't know if he's ever watched any of my other videos before. I am using a Pentel brush pen at the moment. For anyone who might watch and wonder, to fill in the black areas. Might use this almost exclusively on this part of the episode, or this episode, I should say. At least till I get to the colors. Ooh. Do it this way. Ted Davies Artistry says, "Wow, looks wicked." Thank you. Dudicus Rex, a few. Yep, saw yesterday's video, but after it posted, I'm temporally challenged. Okay. Dudicus Rex is Michael. Okay. I was like, I don't have my glasses on when I'm inking, so I look up at the screen and I can read the screen barely, but I'm like, what is that picture? Then I realized it was you. I can't wait to get my new glasses. I've got to call the place. They've already sent me a bill for the other half of the cost, and I haven't been told to come get my glasses yet. It's like, I don't think so. You don't mail me a bill for product you haven't given me yet. But that's kind of typical. Well, we didn't mean to charge you. It was an automatic computer response or something. That's what they'll tell you. I'm sure. Viking Handyman, okay. So how goes everything? You're in UP now, aren't you, Michael? Mm-hmm. Dudicus? Mm-hmm. UP of Michigan, Upper Peninsula. Mm-hmm. For those who watch these, I got plenty of other blank comic covers. You can commission me to do a piece like this in black and white for $35 in shipping and handling. In color, it's $40 plus shipping and handling. And I'll put that information up again later in the show, so you can write it down and place your order. I'll let you know what type of books I have available. This particular piece is actually a birthday present for one of our regular viewers. Or not birthday present, pardon me, a Christmas present for one of our viewers. He's seen the first half of the video. I started this yesterday. He's geeking out. He's probably trying to figure out, what am I going to do to match this? I got to get him something for Christmas. I don't know what to do. Here's a thought. Third season, opening music track. I need a new one. No, I don't know. That's a possibility. We'll see. We'll talk about it, John. It's not that I don't like the theme music I have. It's just that some people think it goes too long, goes over a minute into the show. So they're like, oh, well, do something short, like maybe 30 seconds or less. And I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. But John's forte is music, so. Okay, I've never heard anyone call themselves a were-uber before. What'd you guys do? Just go up and visit once a month, and then you just decide to move up to wherever you're at? Because the last I remembered, you weren't. I mean, I do pay attention to you in your wife's Facebook pages, but last I really knew, you were downstate somewhere, and I'm not going to say where, because obviously, you don't need me telling people where you live. But it's been a long time. Stepping up there too long. Maybe after my dad passes on, and hopefully by then this pandemic will be over as well, and go travel again. There's one thing I have missed this year, is being able to travel anywhere. Not that I traveled all that much, but at least I got to go to a few local comic conventions a year if I wanted. Don't know if Mark Andrew Smith is watching or not. Doesn't look like it. He told me I couldn't finish this in an hour yesterday. He's like, there's too much inking to do. You'll never get it done. So while I'm chit-chatting here, I don't know if I'm not trying to be Speed Racer or anything, but I'm going to draw this like the Flash. No, I don't think so. But sorry about the wind blowing the paper. That's from a fan. A little mini fan I have over the left of me. Normally I have the paper taped down so it doesn't do that, but couldn't do that this time for what I hope are obvious reasons. It's not time for the editor to show up. That's my cat. He'll probably start crying in a minute or two. He just came bounding up the stairs. I don't know if you heard him. All 20 pounds of him. I don't know if he's a cat or a miniaturized elephant some days. There you go. Hello. I want to be the center of attention. I demand it. Well, too bad. The demands are not met today. Yeah, that's true. That is what inking is. Holding what pencils give you. And, in this case, since it's my own pencils, I'm not, I'm just going with what I did here. I mean, I know there's probably some flaws and stuff in here, but if I was inking someone else um, for a professional piece that was going to be published, I'd be correcting mistakes in the pencil work too. I don't know if he's going to try and watch over my shoulder or just lay in the chair behind me so that I can't lean back at times. Right now, I'm kind of leaning forward over the artwork, as you can probably tell. Hey, just a second. No, get down. Get down. Thank you. He decided he wanted to try and get on one of my work tables, which I wasn't going to let happen. Mostly because I got too many other things he can wreck on there right now. And I don't have time for it. So now he's going to come back over and lay at my feet. That's fine. That we don't mind. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that she was a Youper. I thought you were both from the LP. That's cool, though. As long as you're happy where you're at. That's the main thing. And Ted, if he's still watching, he's in Tawas. Downstate a little bit. Yeah. No. Definitely don't need more. I don't know if we have enough metahumans or not. I kind of wish I had the power to clone myself, like Jamie Madrox of the X-Men, or not. Well, X Factor, I guess nowadays. But anyway, I have duplicates of myself, and one could be podcasting, and one could be writing, and one could be drawing. And almost screwed that up. You got to go in there and erase something real quick since I get this filled in, so I don't accidentally ink over something I'm not supposed to. Let's see here. There we go. Alrighty. Let's go back and touch that here. That's good enough for that. Okay. Yeah, I apologize again for being late, folks. I was up all night working on something that's running late for a different project, and I mailed it, and now the person says it hasn't arrived, and then after the show, I'm gonna have to go see what I can do about getting it sent again. So, what do you do up there, Dudicus? I mean, job wise. Feel free to chime in as well, Ted, if you're here. Mm. Okay, I know how that goes. I've been there all too often. Just replace wife with parent or parents. Although I did not realize she was as. I knew she had something, but I just didn't. I don't know. I just wasn't registering it, I guess. So I thought she taught. But that's because someone's disabled doesn't mean they can't be teaching. That one was a little bit thick, but that's life. She was teaching online before it was the only way to teach. Yep. Before it was cool. She was teaching, yeah. Um, well, down here they actually have physical classes the kids go to. Still, I don't know. I mean, I guess they do. I mean, they have the school buses come take the kids somewhere and bring them back. So I'm assuming they're teaching somewhere physically. Um, but what the hell? I'm in South Carolina. What do we know down here, right? Um, I don't think much of it. I'm not teaching right now myself, and I gotta say thank goodness because I don't think I'd be very happy having to work in these conditions. I mean, maybe online, but that plus I don't think I have the patience for it right now. That's one thing I will say about Facebook, the internet in general. It's really killed my patience. And as you know, due because I was never exactly the most patient person, a tolerant person of people's foolishness. So I hate to think of how I would react to some of the nonsense of dealing with kids online who aren't paying attention, or the frustrations of dealing with the internet when your Zoom or your whatever platform you're using is failing. Because I wasn't too miffed today. I mean, I was a little bit miffed at Facebook for not letting me just start the thing. I was My alarm clock didn't go off. I guess I was up all night, and the yeah, I got up just in time to be at the point where Facebook wouldn't let you launch the program. You had to rebuild the chat and rebuild everything. We set a different time. I had like maybe 20 seconds to put it on. I was like, I can't do that fast. Takes longer than that just to get the camera set up. Which, yes, I wish I could just leave the camera set up all the time, but unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. Okay, that's that. You had to carry the bus yourselves. Both ways, uphill, in the snow. Don't forget. Are you being sarcastic or denying? I'm not sure. Because I was quite, I don't know. Back in college, things were a little, well, not a little bit, a lot different, but I don't know. I think we all wish we had the wisdom we have now back then, but the wisdom of experience. So it's wasted on the old, it needs to be on with the young. But at the same time, if we had the wisdom we do now, back then, we wouldn't have done half the crazy stuff we did back then. No, no. Life would be a lot less interesting. Don't know if we'd be happier or not. Unfortunately, the tip of this pen is starting to split a little bit. I'm trying to get it so it will not do that. Just gotta hold it at just the right angle. Internet wants to give me just a little bit too thick of a line when I do. But I may have to switch over to a pen to get the rest of this, but they know I will actually. It's not the end of the world, though. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the pen just to be on the safe side here. I'm going to write one. That's not it. There it is. Micron 01. Yeah. Oh. I know what you're saying. Well, it was and it wasn't. I mean, obviously, if we knew what we knew now, and well, let's face it, school was nothing more than regurgitating what the professorial overlords wanted us to hear in college, especially. Um, but I mean, I don't know. I think we both would have been a little more. I mean, I was intolerant of a lot of things, as you remember. I used to fight the system even back then. But I mean, I don't know. I think I wouldn't have bothered fighting with teachers over what was important and just said, okay, here's what you want, and then go do what I want. And which, of course, is what I did kind of there at the end, but I almost flunked out of college for it because I stopped going to classes. I don't know if you remember that last semester I was there. I was so focused doing the comics all the time that I almost flunked out of my final semester there at Central Michigan. Screwed up my GPA something fierce, but it's like, who cares? Just give me my damn piece of paper. I'm making money. What do you care? Yeah, that was kind of like my attitude back then. Now, of course, if I'd realized how um, how quickly that could have turned around, I probably would not have done things the way I did. The kind of by the way, when I say I almost flunked out, I almost flunked out not because of grades. I was doing fine as far as the grade was. I just wasn't attending classes, and they had their stupid rules. If you don't attend this many hours of the class, you don't pass the class. Well, I can't be drawing and shipping out comic books to people if I'm in the classroom listening to some boring ass lecture about something I know more about than the professor does. Which, well, whether I did or not, that's how I felt over there at the time, especially in our English courses. I think the only one I really liked, oh geez, what was his name? The guy we had for science fiction. He got, he never got his tenure and got fired later. He was always an adjunct instructor, best instructor in the whole department, and that's who they let go. Of course, dumb fools. I just can't think of his name right now. It's been too long. Yeah, I guess that's true. Because I was that way in high school, though. I mean, I'd always, well, you need to work with the team here, and I'd be like, yeah, but they're incompetent. They can't do their damn job, so I'll just do the whole thing myself. And teachers would be like, okay, you did better of a job yourself than everybody else had 4 or 5 people, and how did you do a better job than they did? Well, and of course, when the teacher thought it was a group project that I'd done by myself, and when they realized it was by me, they're like, well, okay, I have to give you like quintuple A effort here and give the other people an F for not even participating. Did you let them participate? Oh yeah, I let them participate. They just didn't want to. That's why I had to do it all myself. If they go, what the hell? He's going to do it anyway. You don't need to do anything. Kind of like real life. I don't need to do anything. Here, give it to the underling. Let them do all the work. That's what they were teaching me, to be an underling. Well, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's it. You can picture the guy, but you can't remember his name. And he was really an awesome dude. Oh, jeez, I think it started with a B. Um, but it doesn't matter. I remember he left Central. Um, he didn't get tenure, and his wife lost hers for some stupid reason. I don't know what happened there, but politics. Anyway, so I was just like, man, the stupidity of society. Oh, I didn't care about the recognition. I mean, yes, I want to be recognized that did the work, but I don't. Um, how do I put this? I don't want other people taking credit for what I did more than anything else, which unfortunately happens all the time. And then they say, "Well, you're taking credit for what we did." And I'm like, no, 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 no. Try again. That's why I got in a fight with a few former employers in the last year. And kind of what led to this channel, actually, because I had to set the record straight as to who the hell did what for certain publishers I worked with. Mhm. 50 minutes. Haha, Mark Andrew Smith. You told me I couldn't finish inking this in under an hour. It's almost done. It'll be done in less than 10 minutes, as far as the inking side goes. Told you I could do it in under an hour. He was like, that's going to take forever. Like, nah. Mm-hmm. It just feels like it sometimes. Okay. That takes care of inking side. I'll go ahead and let you guys take a quick look at it. Now for the fun part, coloring. Whee! those are colored pencils, really cheap pencils. Real professionals would never use these. What are you thinking? I'm thinking whatever works, works. That's what I'm thinking. Sharpening pencil real quick. Now, Mark was the one yesterday suggested I do mistletoe above his head. So that's what we're going to color first, is the mistletoe. Now, I kind of had to draw around and behind the Venomverse logo that was printed on the cover. So hopefully it'll come out looking all right in the end. Isn't, I'm trying to think here. There was some, one of your, whoops, that is not what I want. Okay. If I can erase that. Good thing I did it very lightly. There we go. All right. I thought that was another leaf. That's actually one of the, what do you want to call it? The spidey sense type things going on there. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, one of your sons is in the army now or something, I believe. Judicus? Or is about to join the army, or I thought I read that somewhere. I could be mistaken. If I am, let me know. All right. That's personal. That's fine. Okay. That's cool, though. Yeah. Pencil doesn't really sharpen. No, it's going to have to do it. It's at one of those weird angles where the pencil is kind of broken. But we do what we can. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that more privately. How are your other two kids doing? Just a well, or or again, if something that you need to talk to me about privately, just say, talk to you about it privately. It's been a long time since I've really. I know they're around, but I just feel bad because I left Michigan and never really got to see them or get to know them. I know I did some things, gave them some stuff for Christmas and stuff when I was younger, but or they were younger, how we want to put it. But we were all younger. Yeah, well, I might be a little bit public in some ways, but most people don't know what they think they know about me. They only know one side of the equation or just a little bit of the story. Not enough to really say they know me. Though they try. Good thinking the snow with me. Actually, it did snow out in Nevada and Arizona. At times. Um, it just wasn't like it stayed there for a while. I mean, it was always snow. It would stay up in the mountains more than where I was, so I could watch the snow in the mountains in the distance, and we'd have snow for like a day, maybe 2 days on the ground. But we did get it once in a while in the Vegas area and stuff. That was always interesting to watch the Californians that had moved there go, "What is this? we don't know what this is. How do we deal with it? It's too much." I'll be right back. Just getting some more art tools. Trying to make room on this little stand I've got. It's not easy. I don't like that. What can I do here? Let's do it this way. Put the little pencil colored pencil stand there. That way I got what I need. May have to sharpen a bunch of stuff again, but I just like that better. And that does say barrel Prismacolor, but they are not barrels. They're still rose art. My Prismacolor pencils are long gone and used up. This nice little metal tins from like college years. So this is a little bit too yellowish green, but I can at least go back in and go over it, make it more green. It's time. Yeah, well, they probably freaked out when it rained too. I mean, depends on where part of Texas. Well, you're not driving; you're actually piloting the Millennium Falcon, if you know what I mean by that reference. Using that with a computer. Otherwise, you might go through a snowdrift and off the side of the thing into the Great Lakes. And that would end your trip real quick now, wouldn't it? Is that like dusty crops, boy? A minor touch up here and there, just to keep everything where I think it's supposed to be. Okay. Bert, no. That was his name. It just took me a while. I remember it. I don't remember his first name, but it was Bert, no. His last. He might not even be on the list because he was an adjunct, so they might not even have had him listed um, in the records. That's how dumb things are. Oh, I don't know how that happened. Sorry about that. Um, okay. color is this? Blue violet. Okay. One thing I imagine, looking back, you probably wouldn't have stayed a student, getting all staying on beyond a certain degree, uh, as long as you did, because you never seemed too happy to to go through all the hoops to get the paperwork. Not that I'm saying you didn't work hard or you didn't deserve it or earn it. You did, but I guess I'm saying more like, now that you got it, it's like, what was the point? I know I felt that way. That's why I never finished. If I had known how much of a pain in the rear it is to qualify for teaching with just my bachelor's, even though I've got a lot of different teaching experience, a lot of them are like, oh, you need a master's degree. We won't let you teach without one. I would have probably got my master's, but now I don't have the patience for it. I'm like, oh, thank you. The person who this is for actually just uh, messaged me on Facebook. I don't know if he's staying away or because he wants to wait until he sees the final product or what the situation is, but I guess he was doing his play. He does musical work, local theater. So he was playing the devil of all things in a, what was it? Something, I think it's Mark Twain type story about Adam and Eve and stuff, but I don't remember. I apologize, John. I know I should remember this stuff. It's funny how you can remember stuff from 30 years ago in college and you can't remember stuff from last week or this week even. It's been there longer. It retained. It stays stuck in the brain. The longer it's been there. So when I'm 70 or something, I'll remember what John told me. They'll be like, who cares? That was 20 years ago. Yeah. Sorry. Let's do it this way. You guys can see it better. Mhm. Yeah, that was the thing. I didn't get my I thought about getting my secondary in education, and as you know, I did a double major with the English and art, and I was too burned out to do the education on top of it, so I didn't, and that was kind of like my fatal error in that respect. But I mean, I started it, but I never finished it because I did do my certification courses for going into the classroom and stuff like that on the art side as part of my art degree. But I don't know what it was. I just I didn't have the patience for it, or probably what it was is I was doing so well with the underground comics. I didn't think I needed it. I'd make money, and I didn't need it. You know, the foolish naivete of not knowing how the world can flip on a dime. Yeah. Of course, if I had known then what I know now, I would have never let my parents leave Michigan in the first place. At least not until my father took care of the business he needed to take care of, that he didn't take care of, which cost us a lot. I'm not going to get into that publicly. I think you remember it anyway, Michael. We've talked about it at length before. What are we doing? About an hour and a half? Okay. We're got a little bit more to go, but not much. It's just the coloring. It's, and I might do a little touch-up work at the coloring off camera. Don't know yet. I have to think about it. Depends on how well this shading of the blue comes out in the end. This is a violet blue. right, that's that. That's that. Okay. I'll have to come back to that. All right. Yeah, the fun stuff. Maybe Mark Mel wasn't going to get all ink tan colored now, which I wasn't, but I knew that. What are we doing tonight, Pinky? Same thing I do every night. Color sketches in pink. You hear that they're bringing back Animaniacs on HBO Max or something like that with new episodes. It's like, yeah, let's relive the stuff when we were kids. Only now, everything that they did that was cool is considered not cool because it's risque. And we didn't know it was risque. We don't think our kids can handle it today. So we're going to put it on the special channel and make you pay extra for it. Doesn't that sound like fun, kids? Ah, yeah, the different textures, like you say, the color of the pencils don't. The pencils are taking the texture of the paper. and making that show through a little bit. Plus, I'm not coloring them so heavy that I'm letting some of the white show through, I guess you could say, with the piece, but that's mostly because I just don't want to spend forever pressing down. Plus, I know this is something that, since I'm the person I'm doing it for, I know what they kind of like with that, and they prefer I do it this way rather than the full heavy color. Because when I get to the full heavy color, especially when I add marker over it, it can bleed through, and he doesn't want to bleed through as much. So I might still come over in the costume part with why don't I do that right now just to see how that looks a little bit if I can. Put in a little small spot that no one's going to notice. Okay, I like it. I might just do that straight through. Yeah, I think I will. Let me do that real quick so you can see how that looks. Because normally I would have done this afterwards, but yeah. It darkens it up a little bit. Makes it a little more blue. This is a grayscale tone marker. You still get the textures through it. I'm still going to leave a little bit of that lighter purple in there. Like I said, darkens it up a little bit. Makes it more of an indigo blue than the ultraviolet, but that's kind of what I want. So, and you still get the texture. There we go. I don't know. Uh, I guess they're more um, like the older cartoons. There's different levels of meaning to everything, and whereas shows like South Park and Rick and Morty are more like they're not risque, they're just rude. I guess they're just blatant in front of you, type thing. Whereas the other ones, there's subtleties. There's it could mean this, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. If you got a dirty mind, it means that type thing. The kid don't have a dirty mind, so they don't necessarily know what you're whining about. Over concerned parent group. I don't know. I'm not a fan of any of those shows either. The Rick and Morty or South Park, or I mean, heck, I didn't even like Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead back in the day, as you might remember. I used to get annoyed with everybody with their what was it? Repeating the lines of the characters. Their fan clubs. Well, I think every fan club is obnoxious these days. Oh my goodness. Either you're not cool enough to be one of them, or they have to constantly complain about what's being done wrong and how it's ruining their enjoyment of the show or the movie or the comic book or the whatever. It's like, oh, good God, get a life. But then I'm kind of weird that way, I guess. I mean, some people say I was like that. Maybe I was at the time. I don't know. I think I was more like, don't claim you're a fan if you don't know the subject at all. I'm a huge anime and manga fan. Okay, so what do you think of Cowboy Bebop? What's that? You know, what do you think of Appleseed? What's that? Okay, what manga do you watch? Naruto. Okay, anything else? Naruto. How about Dragon Ball? Naruto. Then you're not an anime fan. You're a Naruto fan, which is fine, but be accurate. Or I'm an X-Men fan, but I'm only a fan of the stuff now. The stuff that was the 80s sucks. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, kid. That's what I kind of find annoying about fandom these days. I don't remember us being that way back in the day, but maybe we were, just didn't realize it. Well, technically, I didn't. I lived with my mother for all those years. I had to take care of her. I had a life, right? No, I didn't. Everybody told me I needed to get a life when I was doing that. It's like, yeah, it's great that you do that, but you need to get out of the house more. Like, yeah, I do, but what do you want me to do? That was one of the worst situations. Imagine not wishing on anyone. I hope. But at the same time, I admit I get annoyed with people when their parents or their spouses or whoever get to a state where they just don't want to take care of them anymore, and they put them in a home or hire someone to care for them and then don't really interact with them anymore like they should. That really ticks me off. Maybe because I made that sacrifice, or But the reason I made that sacrifice is because my parents did. I mean, my parents. I mean, yes, my parents had their, you know, 20s and 30s and stuff to live and have me and stuff before my mother's parents got really sick and ended up being their caregivers. But I guess because I was, I grew up with it. And, that's why, I was taught that's what you do when your family gets sick, you take care of them. That's why I did it. And everybody always says, "Well, I admire your sacrifice, but I could never do that." I'm like, okay, why not? Yep, that's what you're doing. You're parenting. The only difference is that sometimes the parent is or the person you're parenting is, mentally competent enough to do what they're supposed to do. They're just not physically. And they're like, "Leave me alone. I can do it." No, you can't. Yes, you can. Okay, do it. Told you couldn't do it. Now I gotta pick your ass up off the floor. Damn it. Let me do what I'm supposed to do. Mm. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm coloring the top half of the text logo that was printed on the cover, the Venom verse. I'm going to do a color fade from light to dark, from the light in the bottom up to the dark top. This is kind of like the mid-grade color of red. So we color the top half the red. Okay. I'm going to go with the cream for the bottom. I'm going to color that kind of heavy on the bottom. Sorry about the sounds, the cracking sounds. You're probably hearing pressure of the plastic on the edge of the desk. Okay. Mm-mm. I'm going to go with a purple for the top. Ignore the math. Yeah. Well, I think it's a difficult thing. I mean, I understand why some people do it. I mean, there are some cases where it's just too much. And you don't have the resources, and it's better to put them in a place that has resources and people that are specialized in doing what needs to be done for care. I mean, near the end with my mom, when she was really bad, both my father and I combined couldn't pick my mom up if she fell. So it was really bad near the end. But at the same time, she was cognizant enough and aware enough that she was not about to go into a place. And I understood why. I'm not going to get into that publicly, but because I don't want some of my other relatives to get upset with what I would say. Let's just say that she didn't agree with some of the choices they made with their people on other parts of our family line, and leave it at that. And things have gotten easier since your passing for me. In some respects, my dad's not nearly as bad as she became. Hopefully, he will not get to that point. Yeah, I like how that logo design fade works, don't you? And then we gotta put a little more. Kind of put a consistency in the color patterns and scheme here. Because the yellows and the reds, so I'm going to put a little bit of purple in here as well. That works. Yeah, I'm good with that. And that. All right. A little purple in there. We'll do a purple one here. We've got the purples there. Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay, now we're going to pull that cream out again. Cream color. And we're going to do his teeth. Because teeth are not white, they're bone colored. And he's got acidic green goo all over his teeth and everything else, so we know he ain't got pearly whites. How much time we got in here? Not quite 2 hours. Okay. Not quite 2 hours. An hour for the inking, an hour for the coloring. Sounds about right. Okay. Put a little bit of that as well. Okay. I'm good with that. Actually, I like it if I do it this way. Just a little bit of a cream in the eye, even though that is a white, because I want to kind of offset it from the rest of it. And the white will it just feels unfinished if I leave it just white. Okay, I'm good with that. Now we go back in with this lemon yellow. A little lemon yellowish in the teeth because, like I said, he doesn't have pearly whites. I'm going to put a little bit more of that lemon yellow in here. Put that lemon color into the slime slobber as well. Okay, we're almost done. Going to take a little bit of an ochre yellow, I think this is, or is that a light orange? Let's see, it's light orange. Okay. I don't know if I want to do that. I want to do it a little bit darker. So I think what I'll do instead, don't like that. going to sharpen a pencil here, and I want to get his sort of spider sense thing that is showing there. Whoops. I know what you're saying. I didn't design it. Yeah. That's kind of why I did it that way. There we go. Nice and sharp. Right? Of course, it's got a little bit of an edge, weird edge to that. I don't know why I did that. Where is my X-Acto blade? Somewhere I can't find it probably, so I'll just go ahead and do it from the side angle. I'll definitely have to come back in on these with a different, not with a different pencil, but I don't want to do a marker either. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out when we get that far. Depends on how dark I can get this before the lead says, no, thank you, I don't want to do it anymore. So it's got sharpened at the wrong angle, which happens with this particular sharpener. I don't know why. Come back to this. Darken it up some more. I was trying not to darken it too much because I don't want the purple of the logo to get met. Well, actually, if I go darker, it'll still show up as separate. So let's go ahead and do darker. Yeah, that works. Okay. I'm going to have to sharpen this thing again. Just give me a second. Well, here, let's do it this way. Let you guys look at it while I get this pencil fixed. That's better. Didn't take long to fix it. Problem was I had the wrong slot on the um, on the sharpener. Slot too large, so it kind of put everything off to the one side of the image, or one side of the lead, I should say. Once I put it in the right slot, sharpened up, it's fine. Now, how big of a fan is the person who's getting this of the character? Well, if he dares to show up, I don't know if he's watching. No, he's not. He's probably trying hard not to watch. I don't want it spoiled. I want to open it and be surprised. You're doing it too early. I don't know. But he's getting a hell of a Christmas. He's not just getting this. He's got other stuff coming too this year. We're almost done. Maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. This is one of those times where I'm sure people wish I would just record these on the OBS software and then play them at double or triple speed. I've actually been trying to do that, and I don't know what it is. I'm not good at making those. I'm not happy with any of it. I might need to have someone. I might need to record stuff live on my own and then let someone else edit it. I don't know. But I got some time to still figure it out because I'm not supposed to be doing those recorded ones like I promised until next year anyway. Now this one I'm going to have to do a little bit funky on the colors because actually just color over it. That's technically one of the places where I signed the piece. But that's why I also signed it in the bottom corner under the #1 logo because I was afraid I'd have to color over where I did it and you won't be able to see it and you can't see where I signed it over here. Oh well, it's signed in the bottom corner, John. Don't panic, dude. Alrighty then. I think we're done. Let's take a quick look at it. And there you have it, folks. Now, I'm going to adjust this camera and put it where I usually have it for our videos. Hello. Put my glasses on so I can see the screen. Sorry about the light you're seeing. That's not actual sunlight. That's my my overhead light for my table. It's tipped over, so we got light there. But that is our live draw for today. And I want to thank Mark Andrew Smith for the idea. Gross. Okay. Oh, the kiss was so gross. Well, I mean, I wasn't going to do the mistletoe over his head. That was Mark Andrew Smith's idea. That's why I'm thanking him for that idea. I thought that was brilliant. He thought of that yesterday when I was doing the pencils and inks on it. And I was just like, that's yeah, I'm going to add that because I knew that our client would, or not our client, but my friend I'm doing the piece for Christmas has enough of a sense of humor that he'd get it and think it was funny. So that's what matters. But let me put this away real quick. Alrighty then. Now, before we go, let's go ahead and let people know that you can buy stuff from me. You can get the Wingman art book, Art of Lewis Bright Ribbon, Volume 1 from 2011. 48 pages of historical text and artwork spanning the first 20 years of my career. It's $10 plus shipping and handling for just a regular copy signed, or $20 for one with a personalized sketch inside. And I'll Grab a copy of the book here. This is a copy of the book. And if you want to sketch, it'll be done on the inside, in the space below text in this area. Usually I do headshots or just head and shoulder shots for that because of the space involved. And it's only black and white with pens. No color because I don't want it bleeding through the paper. Just so you guys know. Now, our next item that's up for sale. We have these Star Wars prints. They're 8.5 by 11. They're $5 each, or all $5 or $15 plus shipping and handling. The first two are computer colored. The Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper. They're computer colored by Hector Rubelar. I did the line art. And all the others are traditionally pen and inking pencils colored by me. And again, those are $5 each, or all $5 for $15 plus shipping and handling. We also have a T-Rex and another dinosaur, and those are $5 each, or both for $7.50. We have Star Trek black and white pencil sketch prints for $5 each, or both for $7.50. We got Kirk and McCoy. Sorry, don't have a Spock. My Spock one sold out. Not exactly a surprise. We have Michonne from Walking Dead. This is a print. It's 8.5 by 11. It's $10 plus shipping and handling. It's kind of a combination of the pencils and colors, as you can see. And we have a zombie sketch as well. That's 8.5 by 11 for $5 plus shipping and handling. Oh, not showing. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I thought they were showing. My bad. Let's go back. There's the art book. There are the Star Wars prints. Again, the Darth Vader and Stormtrooper are computer colored by Hector Rubelar, and the rest are traditional colored by me. T-Rex is all pencils, and the other dinosaur was colored pencils and markers, traditional illustration. Pencil illustrations for the Star Treks. It's kind of like a pencil and a charcoal blend, actually, for some of the shading for those. Then we had the Walking Dead pieces. That was more of a brownish gray pencil on the Walking Dead piece, and some marker type stuff for the blood behind her, and I actually photoshopped the logo in, but And then traditional markers and pen and ink marker for the zombie. Strictly markers for the dragon. It's $5 plus shipping and handling. The Thor print was a mixture of colored pencils and markers and inks. Colored pencils and all kinds of fun stuff there. Now for commissions. Through December 10th, I'll be accepting a limited number of 8.5 by 11, 11 by 14 sketch cover and sketch card commissions. 8.5 by 11, I have 9 slots left. Basically a head bust shot like what you saw for the Venom there on 8.5 by 11, and black and white would be $30, and color will be $40. One character limit, unless you want. I mean, like if you said 2 characters, like you want a Kitty Pryde and Lockheed the Dragon, I would do that, but I don't know if I'd get them done in time for holidays. I'd try to though. Full figure is a maximum of 2 characters in the background. It's 50 black and white, 75 in color, 11 by 14, a little bit larger, 50 black and white, 65 in color. Again, maximum 2 colors in the background will be 100 black and white, 125 in color. Let me go ahead and grab something real quick. Yeah. Well, here. This is what 11 by 14s look like. You can see they're quite large. And these are 2 that are finished. So the ROM on the on this side is like, I think 200 maybe. Yeah, it's 200. And the other one is, I can't even read it right now. I think it's a 75, but it was too close to it. Yeah, 75. But normally those are like $100 to $125 at that size and color. And then a piece like what you just saw on the, one like this. One like this would be like $25 in black and white, 40 in color. And then if you wanted front and back covers, it'd be 40 black and white, 75 color. And then we have our sketch cards, which you guys have seen from me before. You can see samples of the variety of styles I do. And they're $5 pen and ink, $10 a card. If you want more than 1 card, I am negotiable. Depends on how many cards you want and what characters you want. You can always email me at the address you see on the screen right now, Quoth the Raven LBR 72 at gmail.com. And that is everything we have for sale. So if you have a question about any of that stuff, you can email me at that address, or you can PayPal me if you want to buy any of those prints at that address. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for watching, and we will see you guys, I'm not sure, probably Thursday this week. I got a lot of stuff I got to get done. I got to get back in touch with my friend Bob about his artwork, because he hasn't gotten back to me about checking whether or not he got my pitch. I was supposed to be doing for his comic potentially, so we'll get lucky, hopefully. But in the meantime, if you want to reach me, on Facebook at Lewis.BrightRaven. My Twitter, I do have a Twitter account. It's Lewis Bright, at Lewis Bright RAV2. Main reason is it wouldn't let me use the full name. So I end up with that. I don't know why it's not showing up on my files. I got the old file up still. I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyway, deviantart.com/BrightRaven. Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven on YouTube. Quoth the Raven LBR72 at Gmail for Gmail, and Lewis Bright Raven at yahoo.com for Yahoo Mail. The podcast regularly airs on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week I'll probably do I'll catch up on some of the reviews, and we'll do some other fun stuff. Hopefully we might even have a guest or two. I don't know yet. Well, actually, wait a minute. Let me check the calendar. Is this the... Yes, this is Thanksgiving weekend, so it's not going to air until Friday. It'll be Friday night at 9 p.m. instead of Thursday night. Okay? So just remember, Friday night, not Thursday, because of Thanksgiving. All right, so until then, have a good weekend, and stay safe, everybody.